Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Board Game Spotlight. I'm Lizzie.
I'm Derek.
And today we are going to be playing Tranquility, which is from Board Game Hub.
And it's a co-op.
It is a co-op. We don't play a lot of co-ops, do we?
No, we don't. This might be the only co-op that we've done a playthrough in a while. Like, I know we played the last co-op I remember doing a live stream for is Dice Throne Adventures.
Yep.
I think that was the last one, and that was over a year ago.
Oh, well over a year ago.
But, I mean, I don't mind co-ops, and we've talked about this before. Mm-hmm. They're not my favorite. We're both pretty competitive players, but I will say that I don't mind co-ops when you feel like you have your own decisions to make.
The ones where you're, like, not allowed to communicate, so you're really playing on your own, but you're rooting for the other people, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, we're either gonna win or we're gonna lose together.
Yes.
But
my actions are completely my own. Derek cannot be like, oh, you need to play this card or do this, and here, go there, and then I'll take over from there. He can't do that.
Right.
You're not supposed to communicate what you have going on in your hand.
And I guess that leads us into, you just taught me this.
I did.
Played while I was gone.
I did.
So why don't you take it away?
Okay. So Tranquility, we are trying to complete a journey. So the start will be down here. We each have one in our hand. We will draw 5 cards. And then each of us will shuffle our start card into our deck.
Okay.
So I'll talk about that in just a minute. So these cards in our hands, it's an 80 card deck, so 1 through 80, and then there's 5 finish cards, which we'll talk about in a second. And these cards are split evenly, obviously 85 cards divided between 2 people. One of us has one more card than the other. I'm not sure who, because you just divvy them up. But we are trying to build a path from the start to the finish. So we will look at our card of 5 hands, and we will take turns.
Our hand of 5 cards.
Whatever. You understood what I meant.
Same difference?
You understood.
I did.
So we'll look at our
This is going to be tough. I don't want you to see what I have in my hand, so I'm going to have to, sit off to the side like this.
And so 1 would start here, 80 would be up here, and then it starts again at the left. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, however many, 10, 11, 12.
It resets at each of the different rows.
So once you place a card, you can place it anywhere in the grid. So if I wanted to put 43 right there, I could. So it's a 6x6 grid. And as you fill it up and cards start being next to each other, when cards are placed next to each other, you have to discard the difference between 2 cards. So you have 5 cards in your hand, you place 1 card down, you have 4 cards left. So that's the max amount of cards that you could discard.
Right.
So I could put a 40 down next to a 45, and that would be 1, 2, 3, 4 cards to discard.
Right. The difference, yeah.
But if I had the 39 on the other side, I wouldn't have to discard any because 39 and 40 match. So it's whatever the lowest is, which is nice for this game. So you could have a big jump on one side as long as you have a perfect match or a really small gap on the other side.
Right. It's not an easy game to win, so you really need kind of something like that keeps you from completely losing, essentially. So
as you'll go through, the first person to have a start card in their hand at the end of first person to have a start in their hand at the beginning of their turn must immediately play it. So the start card will go there. And at that point, in a 2-player game, you draw 2 more cards, but then you collectively have to discard 8. So if it was like a 3-4 player game, you wouldn't have to draw extra cards, but they give you a little bit of help in the 2-player.
In a 2-player game, yeah.
Because otherwise that would be...
You would basically just discard your whole hand.
Between the 2 of us, 1 card would be left. So they give you a little bit of help there. So once the entire grid is filled in, you have to have a finish card. So like I said, there's 5 cards. So throughout the game, you may be discarding finish cards because you're like, oh, I have one in my hand. It's the first round. I don't really need this one. I discard it. But if you get to the end of the game and you realize both of you have discarded that finish, you lose.
All 5 of the finishes.
Well, I mean, that's sort of thing. Like, if you don't have it, you lose the game. Yeah. So on your turn, there's only 2 things you can do. You can either place a card and then discard if you have any difference between where it's placed, or you can discard 2 cards from your hand to draw 2 new cards. Yep. So we're not allowed to talk specifics, so I can't tell you what numbers I have. I can't tell you what I'm planning on doing. And the cards that you discard are also secret. Like, you can't be like, I'm discarding a 70 over here.
Right. We are also playing with one of the little... There are many expansions in the game.
Yes. So this is the Jagged Rock expansion. So whatever row it's in, you cannot place cards in that row. So as soon as the first person takes their turn, they place a card. they have to move that to another row. So this jagged rocks will move all around.
I'm just gonna move it here.
Put it on the outside.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say on the inside. Then we'll remember.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you could place one here, and then it would move down. And it would be covering it. You know.
You could do what?
Like I could place a card here, and then this would move down in that row, because it's just as long as there's a blank spot.
Okay.
So you'd be covering up cards.
Well, then I'll just move it to the right of it. Whatever.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Anyway.
We haven't actually played with the jagged earth before, so we're gonna figure this out. Jagged rock. But we wanted to throw it in.
The jagged rocks will go away once you have 4 completed rows. So there's 6 rows. So once we have 4 of them completed, we can get rid of it.
4 rows, right? I mean, I want to put it over here, but that's just going to be really tedious to have to keep picking it up because I'm going to pick up this and it's going to mess up the whole...
Couldn't you move your deck and have it on the outside?
I'm afraid we're going to forget about it. I think if it's in the playing field, we'll see it and we'll remember.
Okay.
I think so.
So
do you want to go first?
That's fine. Is that where it's going to start?
Yes, that is where it is going to start. I just randomly decided to pick that exact location.
Okay, so...
Whoa! Look at that.
So at the end of your turn, you always draw up so that you have 5 cards.
Well, oh, and then you have to move the jagged rock.
We'll move it up 1.
Okay, so we're going to move it up there. Mm-hmm. I just so happen to have the 12.
That's not bad.
That works pretty well. And I will move it up here. I can see that getting a little...
annoying.
But in a good way. And more of like a, oh, I really wish it wasn't there. But we'll see. 39.
So move that down to 39.
So you want to move it down here?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Mm-hmm. So if this is going here, we could end at like 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we have some
You always try and do it way too
I'm not trying to do it too close.
So the
I'm
bottom 3 are 1 through 40. The top 3 are like 41 through 80.
Yeah.
You were always each row is a
okay, so we're
same
gonna
decade,
put
but that's not the right word.
decade, like
the numerical.
I don't know, for tens.
Yeah.
I don't know, just tens.
Okay.
I'm gonna add it here. Here's a 31 because there's plenty of room. There's 8 numbers between those two.
Okay, you gotta move.
I gotta draw back up.
Okay. I'm gonna put the 80 right there.
Hey, there's the 80.
Okay, and then put that in the top row.
Okay. Well, here's number 79. Oh,
you can't put it there.
Oh, you didn't see that. Just forget you saw that. Ah, that was a mistake. I'm sorry. Ah! See?
Oh, no.
I was just talking about that thing being annoying. Ah! Okay.
What you gonna do?
I'm gonna go 45 right here.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna move it. I'm gonna move it down here.
Of course you are.
No,
it's fine. That's why you voted. Okay, so
I mean,
13.
I mean, kind of purposely,
14,
but also
15, 16, and then I will discard 2.
Now, I like the decisions of skipping numbers because it lets you shed cards to draw into your deck further. But we also have to be careful. I like doing it mid to late game because there are going to be numbers that are burned. Like if someone has 14, 15 in their hand, you can discard that.
Bye-bye. You don't need them.
We're not going to need those cards. All right, so I can't... Oh, where are you moving it? Where are you moving the rock? The jaggedy thing?
The jaggedy thing?
Yeah. The annoying rock in my side.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you need... Are you...
Oh, I need to move this.
Yeah.
Move it here.
So if you can hear thunder in the background, it's because it is storming here right now.
Massive storms here across the Midwest.
So this is really interesting. So this is 31 on one side, but this is technically touching that 39. So I don't have to discard any cards.
I like it.
Yes.
All right. Let's go. Oh, where are we moving the rock?
Move it down.
Here?
Mm-hmm. Just kind of like angle it so that you know that, like, yeah.
let's go 77.
So you said discard one?
So I have to discard one card.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to discard this card. And I get to draw 2 cards. And I'll move it down here.
Nope, can't do that. Never mind.
Love the artwork in this game.
I know.
It's so tranquil.
I wonder where they got that.
I know Tristan Rosim,
Awesome.
did the artwork on this game,
there.
and Tristan is a fantastic artist. So let's
Indeed.
go 48 here, which is 6 and 7, so I have to discard 2 cards.
Oh wait, did I move the thing?
Oh, you did not. Well,
Sorry, put it on the very bottom.
okay.
Gotta remember to do that, dude.
Well, it's on you. Discard that, and I'll discard that. So I get to draw 3 new cards, and I'll move the Jagged Rock to the very top.
Okay. I love how each card is day and night. And I love how neither of us are really paying attention to how we're placing it.
It's just
So it's like day, night, night, day, whatever.
But it's the journey. Like we were on this island at night, and this one during the day. Like it's you know.
And these two were close together, so they're both day. These are
Yeah.
both night over there.
Exactly. Where do you want to move the Jagged Rock?
Put it just down to the empty row, right there.
All right. I really want to finish this up.
Okay, well, do you have something that will finish it up?
I don't, but I can play this. So it's 18, 19, 20.
21. You have to discard all 4 of your cards.
All 4 of my cards?
That would not be a good play.
Ooh.
I mean, you could place it like here and it's not next to anything, but
Yeah.
then you would need 18, 19, 20, or 21.
Ooh, that's tough. Okay. Then I'll just do this. I'll put the 70 up there. That gives us 6 to go here, and this is completely
Yeah,
wide
but you have to
open.
remember. Well, I mean,
That's
I guess
fine.
if you have a 74, it's 3 on one side and 4 on
Yeah.
the Yeah, you're good.
That's fine.
Okay.
Hold on. I need to draw.
Yes, because
Whoa!
Start card.
Here's our first start card. All right.
So we each get to draw 2 cards.
And that means that if I draw my start card,
It's a good one to discard. Okay.
Yep.
So collectively, we have to discard 8 cards. We're not going to show them to each other. We will just make a deck of 8 or a
Yeah.
pile of 8.
okay.
So here's one.
I'll give you 2, 3,
4, 5,
6. Really? Can you get... I'll do one more if you can do one more.
7. I mean, yeah, you're just on like 8. Okay.
And then do we both get to draw back up then?
Well, yeah, because you always draw up at the end of your turn.
Yeah.
So that
was
was
the
my
end of your
turn.
turn, yeah.
So, yep.
All right. Well, that was quite unfortunate. I'll put the 10 here,
Okay.
which means we have to do 9 cards in 5 spaces. I think we can do
Okay,
that.
we gotta move the Jagged Rocks.
Well, yeah, you should have moved the Jagged Rock.
I mean,
Just move it down.
it didn't matter though because it wasn't in a
Oh, that's right.
spot.
Eh,
So I
whatever.
think I don't know. Okay.
Hold on. I have to discard 1 card.
Okay.
I will draw, and I'll move the Jagged Rock up. Those are the types of looks
Guess
we get
I'm
in
not
this game.
playing that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't... Oh, my gosh. I'm sorry. Just use the Jagged Rock to telegraph where you want it to go.
I'm gonna put this 55 here.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
Where do you want to move the Jagged Rock?
Put it in this row with the teens.
All right. I'll add 56.
Okay, where are you gonna move it?
I'll move it right here.
I have the number before 70.
Perfect.
And I'm going to move this here.
Okay. This row.
Mm-hmm.
I'll play 8 right here.
Okay, that means that we have to have 9.
All right, fine. I'll discard 1 card. And I'll move the Jagged Earth here. So if we could finish the bottom row, that would be super duper cool.
Mm-hmm.
We could start working on it at least. A little bit more.
Well, if we finish the top row, then we'll have 1.
I mean, the
Done.
top, that would, yeah, that'd be great. I'd be happy with that. I'd be down. I mean, there's 6 numbers available there. We really need to work on the 20s here. 25 here or here?
No, right. Ugh.
Where do you
Right
want to put,
where I
where do you
put
want to
it.
put this guy?
Put it down a row.
Down here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to put the 5 here, which means we could do 6, 7, 1 through 4 there. I think that works
I like
well.
that. I'm
Okay.
on board with that.
All right.
Okay, where are you gonna move the Jagged Rocks?
We'll move the Jagged Rock up 1.
Well, I just so happen to have the 6.
That's perfect.
Yep.
Serendipitous, even.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to put the 21 here,
Okay.
which means we just need 4 numbers here and 4 numbers here. I think that's possible.
Okay. Okay.
And I'll move the Jagged Rocks here. It's not as easy to get rid of that Jagged Rock as I thought it would be.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna put this here,
Okay.
and I'll move this here.
Okay. Here's 4.
Okay.
Number 4.
Okay. You gonna move the Jagged Rocks?
I will move them up 1 here.
Well, guess what?
Woohoo!
We finished 1 row.
1 row is completed.
Okay.
Exciting. Exciting times. All right.
Oh, good.
I'm going to discard 2 cards to draw 2, and I'll move the Jagged Rocks right here.
20. Second row completed.
Second row completed. Nice. Where are you going to move the Jagged Rocks?
Rocks? Move them to the top.
Okay. I'm going to play 27 right here, which means I have to get rid of 1 card. And I'll get rid of that card. And I'll move the Jagged Rocks down 1.
Okay. Put this next to 70.
Perfect. So you have to
And
discard
discard
3.
2. I believe those are the ones I'm discarding too, I believe.
Yeah, 2
Oh
cards.
my gosh. Don't put them too close together.
Oh, yeah. Do not put your discard in your draw
Let
pile
me just
together.
make sure, yeah. That's definitely a discard.
Where do you want to move the Jagged Rocks? That's 3 of our 3
3 or 4.
rows.
Put it to the 2030s.
All right. Here's 57. Draw, and I'll move the Jagged Rock here. Now you can only play the finish card once you've completed everything. You have
Yeah.
to wait till you've
You have
completed
to have everything before you can
your
play the
journey
finish
before
card.
you can. Okay.
I'm going to discard 2 to draw 2. Okay.
Okay. So it's on me.
Yeah.
I'll play 68 because it is next to 69.
Okay. Move the Jagged Rock.
And we'll move the Jagged Rock. I really want you to try to complete that if you can, so I'm going to move it over here.
Well, you're like arbitrarily being like, magically have this card. That's not how it
that's not what I
works.
was saying. I was saying I want to give you the opportunity. If we can finish it, the Jagged Rocks go away. That's why I was saying, hey, maybe you have. There's so many numbers there. See? See? Look at that. Boom. Jagged Rock. Get out of here.
Okay. Oh, good. That.
All right.
That.
To me, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to discard 2 cards. Draw 2 cards.
Okay. I have.
Hold on. Oh, Jagged Rock's gone.
Jagged Rock's gone.
Yeah,
so I have that.
So we need 22, 3 or 4.
I have
48. All right, I'll discard 2 to draw 2.
Well,
You're just going to finish this out? You're just going to be the MVP
to
here?
discard 2.
I have all the low numbers.
Okay, I don't need that.
I'll discard 2 again to draw 2. Just trying to help us out
Okay,
here. And Lizzie's like, I got this.
So 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just looking for 1 card.
So we're looking for 22 through 24. All right. I'll discard 2 to draw 2. Are you allowed to look at our discard pile? I mean, I don't know.
I have a hand of 5 cards and no more cards to draw from. And
Oh no.
I don't have something that can fit there.
So
I can discard 2 cards.
I'll discard 2 cards to draw 2 cards.
So I guess I've been playing a lot more cards with a lot more like leeway between.
Yeah.
And you've been trying to be a lot more perfect, so like I guess I discard 2 cards.
I'll discard 2 cards to draw my last 2 cards and hope that there's a card in there that works. And oh my gosh, what happened to all the 20s? Where did they go?
You don't have one?
No! Did I really get rid of them all?
You start with at the very bottom?
What?
That's the problem.
24.
22 at the beginning.
Oh, I only discarded 1.
23 at the beginning.
Oh no. Oh. So as you can see, you
yeah,
can
I
lose.
had a 26
I was
at
holding-
the end. That was useless.
I had two finishes. You can't finish.
And you
it.
also had the 19. That could have like been down there. We just
Oh my goodness. We did pretty well.
So every time I've played with you, it's gone horribly. Not because we've lost like so badly, but because we lost by like 1 card. I've done that with you twice.
But who discarded more than the numbers we needed? That was you. I only discarded 1 of the numbers we could have
Well,
used.
who placed all those cards there? If you placed them
Don't
badly.
look at me. Don't look at me. Whoa. Oh, wow. As you can see, there's memory to this. And you have to count cards.
But there isn't. Like,
No,
how
there's
am I supposed
totally
know
memory to
every
this.
single card I've discarded.
Well, you're not supposed to remember all of them, but,
How am I supposed to know which ones to pick and choose to remember?
well, as the game goes on, you'll see, okay, from here on out, I've not seen these numbers. I need to make sure that I'm not discarding them. Like about halfway
Well,
through.
I know, but the 20s were like in the first couple cards. So obviously, it was not at a point where I was like, okay, I'm going to need these cards.
Well,
That's just the beauty of the game.
I would argue that all of these cards are needed, but it's dependent on how you build out your journey.
All the cards are needed. Okay.
I really like this though.
I don't know. I love it.
I really like this
so
game.
Good.
And there's a lot of like mini expansions.
Yes. So here,
I think there's a
can
couple in there. You could just look at the rule book, I guess. I don't know.
mess with my system for storing it. No, you
Yeah, I well, kind of did.
don't do that.
Oh, yeah.
I have a whole because it's all stored in this little box.
Yeah, it's so cute.
And so I would like to try and keep the cards separate. So I use they have
different Italian.
languages. So that's what I use in between all the types of cards. So it's like,
That
okay,
works.
I hit a
That
rule book.
works.
This is a different set of cards. So there is like the stormy seas. There's also
I
like
want to
sea
read what they do.
monsters.
'Cause this is
There's compasses and
so
there's,
the
like,
sea
one more.
monsters.
Sea monsters make you like discard cards, so you put it
Yeah.
on top of something, and it takes all those cards from the game. And as long as there's a sea monster in your hand, you
Storm
can't
and
discard it.
Compass.
So if you could finish the game and you have sea monsters, you still have to play them, remove something, and then fill in that
Oh,
spot.
the yellow storms make you discard as well. That's
Yeah.
cool. Well, all the storms. Ooh, there's wild cards.
Mhm.
Which ones are those?
I wanna
Players may
say-
choose to shuffle these in during the be used in lieu of any card. Start, finish compasses and make the game slightly easier.
I want to say it's probably
No, that's definitely not a wild card. Oh, it'll tell us right here. Maybe? I don't know. That's the Stormy Seas expansions. Those are this.
yeah, that's the Kickstarter exclusive.
Yeah. Oh, maybe those are the wild
There's two
cards.
of 'em.
Maybe there's 2 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Well,
everything else-
there's a lot of content here,
Yes.
and man, I could only imagine playing this with 4 players and like having the
Oh
board.
man, so much more difficult. But
It's kind of like the mind a little bit, but not as brutal.
yeah, because it's not
There's
like
a little leeway.
completely silent. It's more like you got this.
Well,
Can we maybe.
yeah, and even then, you don't have to be perfect.
No.
You don't have to sequentially
It's true.
perfect them.
Yeah.
I do like getting them sequential. I would say one caveat to this was when you mentioned it was a co-op. I like that you're trying to just go start to finish and trying to complete the journey. Obviously, we lost, so the game is difficult. However, I would like maybe a point system, like if they ever do like another expansion of this, where like depending on how many of these cards you can get, like look, we got 3, 4, 5, 6. Like maybe you score points if you're able to sequentially get them together.
Always the developer.
No, I'm just saying.
No,
I
you
think
are.
that would be a really nice addition to this game because a lot of people
How are you gonna
like
get
to
extra
play.
points? Like, what are you gonna get the extra points in?
It'd be a point system to see like how many points you can score, like how many. Because
It's
then
win lose.
I want some victory points.
It's like trying to get an A+ in a pass-fail class. You're just there to be there.
I just want those extra points. I like some victory points. Come on now. No, in all honesty, this is a really fun game, and I'm glad that we backed it, and I'm glad Lizzie got it, like, taught it to me.
Yeah, and so I played this with my family. My parents played it, and they do not like to play new games. They don't like to learn stuff, but they both learned
That's
this. They
true.
both enjoyed this. So that's great that I know that it's super easy to learn, very easy to pick up, and that I can, small box, bring it anywhere and teach.
Oh, yeah.
Most anyone can play this. It's not
for sure.
I mean, the expansions can make it a lot more gaming, but this is very entry
It's
level.
entry level, but there's enough there to make it like worth your time.
I still enjoy it. I loved it.
Yeah.
I mean, when we played it this afternoon, and Derek's like, "Okay, what are we gonna?" And I was like, "No, we're gonna do it again.
We're gonna play again.
We're gonna play it again, just
I was
to
like,
make sure we
okay.
know what we're doing." And he'd be
Okay.
like, cool.
Well, clearly we did okay.
We did horrible. I think it's worse to lose by one than it would be to lose with a bunch of open.
How would you lose by a bunch of open?
Like if this 8 was gone and we didn't have the 9, and there was if there was a bunch of gaps and it was just like, man, we just did not mesh well. We were just both discarding stuff. But the fact that there's only
That's true.
one missing card, it's just like, ugh.
Well,
I'm gonna be thinking about this for a while. It's gonna bug me.
Well, thank you for watching this, and let us know in the comments what some of your favorite co-ops are. We'd love to, journey out and try some new co-ops, maybe do some playthroughs of some co-ops, because it's fun to be able to work together towards something, and there are a couple that I've enjoyed. But let us know what some of yours are, and hopefully we'll find one that we like.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
More that we like.
Oh, you done talking?
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next time at Table for Two.
See ya.
Bye.